Lovely. Where do we have some feedback from? I think right here. Boom. There we go. Hello, everybody. As you could probably have guessed from that little intro, I was singing some Queen while we were getting ready for this. Welcome to yet another late night stream. I was hoping, hey, maybe we could start this at a normal time. Nope, not happening. Oh. All right, it looks like the Twitch stream did not catch. Disconnect, reconnect. Mars on a collision course. I'm a satellite. I'm out of control. I'm a sick machine ready to reload. Like an atom bomb about to explode. Hey, Roxas, how you doing? Can't believe we got a spammer immediately. Kill the spammer, kill the spammer, kill the spammer, do do do. But anyway, Roxas, I'm assuming I'm talking to the same Roxas that's, I was watching the stream since back in the Data Live days, and that you showed up in Data Live Spirit Echoes. Yep. Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, I saw you pop up one time in on a different multiplayer instance. I'm looking at, wait, Roxas? Nah, that couldn't be the same Roxas, could it? And turns out it was. We are doing some SD Gundam G Generation Eternal. I'm gonna need probably about like another 10 minutes to finish setting this up, making sure everything's actually working. Because knowing my luck, it never is. The joys of multi-streaming. I'm streaming to Twitch, Rumble, Odyssey, Kick, and YouTube, which means there's 5 times as many things that can go wrong. So let's get chat. There we go. That's the chat aggregator working. And now we can just make sure that things are actually going to everything they're supposed to. It looks like it is. Or, you know, it could only look like it. Okay. That seems to be good. Setting up my laptop to play stuff back so I can see at a glance if things are actually working. Lord. Yeah, I mean, Roxas, what's been up? What have you been up to since we last chatted? Huh. Alright, Odyssey of all things is not working. I shouldn't be surprised. Odyssey's one of the ones that has the most problems. Alright. I think I'm just gonna quickly reset the Odyssey stream and that'll hopefully get it working. Stopping me. I'm burning through the sky, yeah. 200 degrees, that's why they call me Mr. Fahrenheit. I'm traveling at the speed of light. I wanna make a supersonic woman of you. Alright, let's just try resetting it again, because it's playing It's showing that it's streaming. It's just not showing up on my end. Trying out games, looking for a job. Honestly, when you asked me if I used to see your streams, just seeing your name made me have flashbacks. Of the flashbacks of Nom variety, or flashbacks of positive flashbacks? Oh. Alright. Come on, friggin' troubleshooting. Gaze, you got the free Gundam after opening G-Gen Eternal right now. Nice. I have not opened it since, well, actually in quite a while. So, everything that pops up, positive flashbacks. Awesome. There we go. That is Odyssey finally fixed and working. I think we can go ahead and start, right? Yes. Yeah, everything is appearing to be correct. So, get rid of everything I can. And let's go ahead and post that to X. Post there. That we can leave behind. And Discord. Find Akurasu and post. And monoseries and post. Boom. All right, that's all the notifications. Yesterday you managed to get 3 URs in 1 pull. Dude, that's a shit ton of luck. F91, F91EX, Gundam EXS, and Barbados 6th form. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. All right, let's ban that spammer. Just so he's not showing up if anyone shows up on Kick. And refresh the YouTube dashboard. And we're good. Alright. Yeah, Ruxus, how is your Gundam knowledge? Because that's what we're doing these days. We're doing a little bit of... SD Gundam G Generation Eternal and some Super Robot Wars. Alright. Good. Have a drink. Get the throat lubricated. And we can get to work. May as well charge my phone, so. Alright, let's do it. No, let's not do it. Silly me. How could I forget the most obvious thing? Steam. VTube. Forgot to turn on my frickin' VTube avatar. At least the game this time is run stable enough for your phone to handle. Okay, cool. Cool. Yeah, there's our VTube. Toss it over there. What? Excuse you? Okay. Zero. That's fine. You're just gonna be a little bit lost while we go through this stuff. Alright. Let me go ahead and turn off VTube Studio and figure out what the frick just happened and why it says that my model isn't there. Model settings. No model selected. Frickin' hell. Yeah, okay, that's the old model. How? How is it broken? What caused it to break? Huh. Stupid you didn't link the account during your first time playing last year, so ensure this time you're playing it from the start. And yes, I did become a VTuber. Except apparently, your presence, broke my VTube setup. And I have no idea what the hell's going on. Alright, let's go to, so it'll be streams, program files, Steam. Steam apps. Common, VTube Studio. Oh. It's definitely corrupted. So excited to develop the perfect strike, then you realized you needed to finish the Seed storyline first, even though you have all the necessary stuff to develop it, except for the perfect strike development stuff. Yep, exactly. Ah, that is... shoot. To switch to view details. Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess I just need to restore that from backup. VTube 718, that's the corrected one. Copy. Can I just dump it here? And hope it works? Okay, let's see if that fixed it. Nope. Wingsboy.vtube.json. Some of the missions need to get age started. Yeah, for me, I'm not pulling, may give us an idea on what's coming from Anniversary. And there is supposedly a one-day overlap between wingsboy.vtube.json. Edit with Notepad++. No, do not update. Sorry for the, Whoa! That is... Everything is null. Literally everything is null. All the characters got wiped. Wow. I'm glad I have a backup, but still that's bullshit. Yeah, Wings 2, edit with Notepad++, broken. Yeah, okay. Let me just copy that and see if I can get away with, Explorer, replace. Alright, and let's see if that fixed it. Yes. Oh, okay. Maybe. We can still work with this. I haven't worked with the model that I forgot how to configure layers. Yeah. Those are all good. Those are all fine. That's what we want. Idle animation, hotkeys. There we go. Okay. Okay, I should be able to at least turn that on. There we go. Now we can actually see this stuff. Alright, don't really care about age, to be honest. Neither do I. It's probably my least favorite of everything. Which might be lightning fast, which needs a big buff. Unstoppable one-shot kill to an extent, tough as nails, all having fun, while lightning fast is struggling with ships. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Lightning fast is kind of the red-headed stepchild. I need to move you over here so I can... There. Maybe? Roughly, sure. No, we can zoom out a bit. That's better. Roxas, do you perhaps recognize those wings? And perhaps you may remember who my favorite characters were in Date Alive. Lightning Fast has Hainu and now Age 2 normal. Yes, and I'm using Hainu, and I like Hainu. But it gets away with having Bright be its, Bright using his new type support for me. That's the UR that I use for them. Alright, I think that's decent. Took me 20 minutes, but we got that fixed. Let's move you a little more to the right and zoom you in 2 pips. There, that's better. Bright sucks as a captain, no HP restore. That's fair. I'm gonna go lurk mode, doing panel lining on your HG Gundam. Okay, cool. No problem. You have a Good time, Kays. Thanks for stopping by. Rumble, modifier, make sure we're doing, yeah, G-Gen Eternal with VTube. Okay, well, now that we have all the VTube drama figured out, I'm turning it off on the YouTube side. Might as well use Psychomu, which has a wider tag. Yeah, but I don't have a great, don't have a UR Psychomu supporter, so it doesn't really help. Okay, 20 minutes after wanting to start, we're actually finally good to go. Let's do this. No, let's not. I need to take off the phone case. There we go. It's definitely not the twins that used to be your profile pic in YouTube and Twitch, right? It definitely is, Roxas. It definitely is. That is from season 5, I believe, when Shido is able to use their powers and he gets his wings from them. And he's able to fly using their wings. Very cool of him. Very cool of him. I think it's literally the only time that he uses the twins' powers. He uses Sandalphon a bunch. Our gamer, but she's just regular pool. Yeah, Beltorchka still has the best new type support ship, but she's regular pool. Okay, cool. Well, let's get going. Let's record. Hello and welcome to another episode of SD Gundam G Generation Eternal. I'm bringing Stabity the stabbiest stab that ever stabbied, and we have Age that finally dropped. And her stat buff isn't as good as any of the limited time ships. Yeah. We're talking about getting Beltorchka for the Psychomu support instead of Bright's new type support. Anyway, let's just go wherever. Just batch download. I guess we may as well batch download, because we're gonna have to do 900. Oh boy, that's a lot. And her stat buff isn't good as the limited. Talia's Minerva, Otto's Nail Argument, and Locus's Eternal are the current best ships. Yep. And I've got the Minerva and I've got the Locus Eternal. I don't have Otto's Nail Argument, unfortunately. Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna stop the recording and we'll restart it when we're a little bit closer, because... And by stop, I mean completely stop and start from scratch. Because there's no point recording us downloading a literal gigabyte of data. Tough as Nails doesn't have much, but it does have Destiny, Barbados, Lupus Rex. Okay. Yeah, let's let this get, say, I don't know, to 800, I think. And now Age 1 normal, yep. But yeah, I'm not spending any diamonds on anything until the anniversary. However good Age is, I was not a fan of Age, so I see no reason to support them. However, for the meme, I am hoping that that G-Gen does continue to get into the top 10. That way we can continue the meme of everything except Thunderbolt. Getting SD Gundam G-Gen Eternal into the top 10. Alright, 700. Well, let's go. Hello and welcome to another episode of SD Gundam G Generation Eternal. I'm bringing Stabity the stabbiest stabby that ever stabbied, and we are trying to get the new Age event. Unfortunately, there was a gigabyte of data I needed to download. And now that that's done, let's go back to the home page and probably trigger a brand new unit announcement. There it is. A new unit is here.
Iko, Gundam. 僕たちの手で。
And of course, we get massive slowdown as always. Get Titus, cross Age 1 normal. He has the cross equipped, which is totally cool. Age 2 normal with the twin bullets. UR Age 1 normal is the best tower MS you can bring. UR Age 1 normal has better tags than UR Age 2 normal. They showed the Titus for the introduction. They did, and then they got the Spallo, and then they cross-equipped it. So it had Titus on one arm, Spallo on the other arm, and then the legs, they had the same thing, but in the other direction. Which is kind of cool. Alright, Gundam AGE, additional celebration panel missions. We get tickets, we get AGE SP thingies, and we get evolution for the Gundam. Apparently, the Gundam of legend. Alright, so let's take a peek at those panel missions. So yeah, we gotta get SSR the Gundam to level 10 or higher, 20 or higher. Raise any characters level to 20 or higher. Develop... Huh. Okay. Develop units from AGE 5 times. Clear main stage 10 times. Upgrade weapons. Complete 3 character requests. Dismantle 5 units. Clear any event stage 5 times, excluding tactical training. Okay. Cool. Well... let's go do that. And also, there is a fierce enemy assault. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Alright, well, first things first. Yeah, let's just go into any random stage. Alright, new stages added for Gundam AGE. Oh! Can we even do them without doing UC? I'm just gonna click on and see if we can. We can. Zeharto. Gundam AGE. Really need to rewatch AGE. No, you don't. Wait, so the Gundam is from that one painting in the first episode of AGE? Yes! Yes, it is! Ironically, while Awesome is the better pilot between him and as a young dad, Age 2 normal, despite being a limited unit, is worse than Age 1 normal, though the Age 1 normal has butt cheeks range compared to Age 2 normal. You should see the tags. You should, because one of the missions for tickets requires 5 Age MS developed. Well, that's easy. Desperado, why don't you come to your senses? Get ourselves a second Desperado. But yeah, we have... take that to a Genoace. The Gundam was also made post-Age 3 finale. Okay. No. And you know what? How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We may as well bulk develop 5. Take 5 of these. In fact, that's the reproduction of it. Ah, okay. Get a bunch of Gen Aces, and let's see what we can turn them into. Genoace Fox Custom, nice. One of those old school SD game player. This game still make me confused from time to time due to there's lots of new mechanics. That's fair. Zilla. Yeah, Kyo's generation is where the limited dev UR is. Okay. Xeno. Shaldol. And we made some decent progress. And Adele. Boom. But yeah, let's see what else we got here. Obviously, we just got a bunch of these. That is Age 102 Assault. Age 1 Spallow. Age 1 Titus. Age 1 Titus. And that's just a regular Age 1. Age 1 Normal, yep. GXus. Okay, okay. How about here? We have Gundam Age 2 Normal. What did it come from? A G Bouncer. That makes sense. Age 2 Double Bullet. And an Age 2 Artemis. No Shovelman evolves into Genoace. Genoace, a military MS, evolves to Shovelman. Shovel is much better than Short Heat Stick. Shovel is much better than a police stick. Anyway, hello Shakifa. But yeah, let's take a look at the vegan side. I know it's vegan side, but there are a bunch of vegans. There's the Zadra. There is the Kronos, and there is the Defurse. Okay. May as well build one of these two. There we go. Got ourselves a Gafran. And that's enough of that. Let's just go grab our panel mission. Yoink. And we gotta get the Gundam to, Actually, let's go do character Right. Character requests. Missions are gone, that's fine. Let's just go do, skip 3 on, Witch for Mercury. Vegan, genocide them. Vegan from Mars sounds like an amateur satirical horror film. Vegan, genocide them. Flit in his Lala urine died. I'm still salty about Bandai having reprinted their master grade H2 Darkhound. H2 Darkhound is cool. Boom. Okay. With that out of the way, we can quickly do some character missions. Transfer SR Jesta. Unironically, we can't do that. Develop 2 units. Develop 3 units. So let's go develop you 3 units from here. Bulk develop. 1, 2, 3. Build. Execute. Done. Report. Age has one of the worst storylines of Gundam, at least the theme kicks butt. Yeah, yeah. I also hate the character designs. Actually, which way do we want to do this? Yeah, because we want Rosvitz. 1, 2, 3. One, 2. There's our development taken care of. Right, and Banana, we can't give you a Jesta. We don't have enough materials, but we can send a Gundam from Amuro. Yoink. There we go. Super Piloto asemasu no da. Yes. Especially Unmei no Seki Ue. Reku and G also got the worst storyline. The plot kept changing every 5 episodes. Reku is probably the worst UC story, mostly because the plot kind of went nowhere. I have not seen G no Reconquista. Alright, so that is that. Let's go to panel missions. Yoink it. Nope. Okay, I guess we can. Dismantle. There we go. Filters. Development unit. What are we even filtering by right now? Rich mercury. Yeah, don't. Darn it, I recently, got rid of a bunch of units. There's 3 to be deleted. I guess I'll just go through... Go through the list, see what I do have to dismantle. Nothing. Super Pirato Seims Asunoda. Like, there's some cool MS, namely the G Lucifer for being an MS that was built after the turn AX, having Moonlight Butterfly and Perfect Pack G Self being more war crimes than even the Moonlight Butterfly is, and G Arcane not using its transformable mode more. Okay. G Gundam, anything? Yes. There we go. There we go. Plenty of units from G Gundam to dismantle. That takes care of another panel mission. Let's look at notices. I know I'm jumping all over the place. New units. Age normal. Okay, limited units. Age 2 normal with Asemu Asuno. Age 1 normal with Flit Asuna. Grodek Ainoa and Diva affects Rearm Tag and Age series. And other stuff added to the gacha pool. Sure, whatever. Masked Rival in G-Reco is kind of the worst masked rival ever, not in terms of pilot skills, but rather just his plotline existence. Oof. That stinks. Alright, Age main stage is added. 228 until 329, you get the tracks. Songs such as Kimi no Naka no Eiyu from Age will be available for a limited time. Yeah, Age 2 Artemis and the Zaydra. Available in the development chart. Rearm, Age System, and Vegan tags have been added. X-Rounder has been added. Following new series, Mobile Suit Gundam Age Exalog. Okay. Mobile Suit Gundam SSR units, Age 1 Swordia, Age 1 Razor. Okay, okay. Alright, and we need to clear Char's counterattack stage 5 to unlock Age. That answers that question. And a Master League Season 9. Please collect your rewards. After conclusion, get that season done. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. League Shop resets. League Shop items reset when next Master League starts. Okay. Campaigns. We got the panel missions, which give us the Gundam. Alright. And there's that update. Alright, Fierce Enemy Assault. G-Zephos. Yeah, Fierce Enemy, sure. Oh? Is it linked? No, they're just giving linked for extra information. Gotcha. New Eternal Roads added. Don't care. And Celebration Gift. Yes. We get Hathaway Noah as a Celebration Gift. Hooray. Alright, that's everything. Let's go check our gifts. So we got regular logins. There is Hathaway Noah as a gift. And the Gundam. I like how it's just the Gundam. Yeah, next Master League is gonna suck. Rival MSG isn't a lot of tags. I mean, G-Rico itself is like a buffet. Large in quantity, looks good individually and together, but the taste is subpar. About all you can use is Sotheby and Justice. Yeah, we'll see what we can grab. Alright, the Gundam. Now we gotta go. Reset favorites, other. There is our The Gundam. And not there. Level up. Let's get you to level 20. Complete some more panels. Claim all. May as well raise Hathaway to level 20. Oh, and we can scout some new people. Merida Cruz from Unicorn. Merida successfully scouted. Yeah, we, right, those are all of our ex-Stray characters, and we got Gigi as a character there. But yeah, let's level you up to 20. There we go. Hathaway has reached level 20. And we can go upgrade 5 weapons. Oh yeah, we got one of your tokens, so we may as well use it. Does this game have Sentinel? Not yet. It has the EXS Gundam, but that's it. And I don't have it, unfortunately. Oh wow, you only have 1 weapon. That's lame, but that's still gonna give us 4 weapon upgrades right there. Yeah, you already made a little bit of progress there with the Gundam. Dreadnought, let's give you 1, which will upgrade us a weapon. And stage, I'm just going to go do, I guess we can go do Destiny, if I haven't done it already. I haven't. Drop 3 there, and that clears main stage 10 times. Yeah, we're doing a good job on these panel missions. Oh wow, that gave us 10 AP packs. That's a lot. Alright, that leaves us with just 5 event stages. And I can tell you exactly how we're going to be doing them. First, cumulative, develop 6,000 times, 74,000 AP with the warship, rank 5 for Karis Nautilus, and rank 2 for Banana. Events, we'll just scroll down through here so we can get rid of the new notifications so that it's not bugging me. Back, and missions. Daily, we got all of our dailies except collecting AP. We'll grab that in a bit. Alright, stages, Master League. So yeah, event top score, 175. Will I... Is that it? Okay. But yeah, I guess let's use up our silver tokens first. We got weapons. Definitely need those. And those that I'm not honestly in a rush to use. SP conversion chips. Yes. Definitely want to proceed. And definitely want to grab ultimate development material. And then we continue and save up for until we get to 3,000 so we can get the ship limit broken again. Alright, we've done stuff there. I guess I may as well. 232, 377, 147. That's a good possibility. There, purchase 10 of you. Of you. 177, 189. And there we go. There's our money spent. I figure that's money well spent. Missions just got dailies. Perfect. Stage events, and let's take care of event stages. We can claim rewards, but we already got everything from Sea to Stray. Nothing left to do. I guess it's fierce enemy assault time. G-Zephos. Attempt. Squad 2, yeah, that's the unstoppable. Let's just go formation. Overwrite. And pull up formation 3. There. Get us to 394. Not that we need it. It's going to be a total joke with our power set, but hey. Alright, defeat G-Zephos. Mystic Blade Works, how you doing? Bounce the bouncer. And blow up the Zephos. Isn't that easy? There it is, our very own G-Zephos. Boom. Ba-da-da. Alright, and let's accept medium difficulty. See how we do on this one. There we go, the bouncer has been bounced. And the Zephos needs the EX. And once more, the battle has been cleared. That's kind of silly. Alright, and let's continue on and move on to the final one. we still have more than twice the recommended combat power. This fierce enemy assault isn't particularly fierce. Alright, now we actually need something. Oh wow, that's all of it? Okay. If you insist. Yeah, you can just waltz up there and stand by. Attack burst, MP burst, MP burst. You have sway, but can you get in range? No, you cannot. That's fine. You take sway. And target that. And get some nice debuffs. Perfect. All going straight onto the defender. Very nice. And then Caliburn can get the awakening boost. On the G bouncer, that works. All right. Can't even reach. Okay, well. Nope, won't get the kill. That's fine. But you also won't get the kill. In that case, just sway. Target you, get all those support attacks. Not that you really needed all of them. Okay, that worked. I forgot to take the debuffs into account. And Shiko in the Epion can take the kill. Boom! Go. Normal or harder taken care of. And I guess we can hop on down to the base. Collect the warship crews. And then immediately go back to the event. And do the most important thing that you can do. Skip 6. Boom. Which takes care of the final panel mission. A limited time unit assembly feature ticket. Very nice. Panel complete. Yeah, unfortunately, we're going to need to clear all main stages, excluding hard, from AGE to finish this one. Clear any event stage 10 times. Yeah, so we won't be finishing this one off, but that's fine. That's fine. We made good progress. We took out the first one, and most of this stuff we'll just be doing offline until we need to come back and actually do the story stage. And we got 30 days left. Darn. Alright, unit assembly tickets. We may as well use the ticket. Right? Oh no. You can use them you can do it times 10, so never mind. We will not pull on those. Yeah, you give times 3 and you give times 4. Okay, so we'll just do a 10 pull once we get all 10 tickets. Simple enough. Yeah. And that requires using 750 AP, so yeah. We're not gonna push it. We're just gonna get back to work. But we got missions, events, fierce enemy assaults. Yeah, I didn't mean to claim it, but that's fine. Claim them all because they're just normal stuff. Normal or higher. Alright. Clear expert 8 more times and we'll get the G Zephos tokens. Alright, that's that. Back to Unicorn we go. Four stages complete. Redeemed me a stretch. Alright, I will happily take a stretch. Thank you. May as well hydrate also. But let's take out stage 5 so we can be halfway done with Unicorn. The Ghost of Laplace. Hey, and we got space for another one. Alright, who we adding? I guess that depends on what characters we have. We do not have many good choices. An attacker or a supporter? Rizel. We'll take the Rizel and we'll put Riddy Marcenas in it. Why not? It's the best choice we have. Upgrade Riddy. May as well max him out. Hey, raise any character to 40 or higher. That's nice. But there we go. There we go. That looks fine. That looks fine. Let's go. The unicorn returns to the Nihil Argula, clutching on to the Kshatriya. Merida is taken prisoner and transferred to the infirmary for treatment. It seems our roles have been reversed. Don't stare at me like that. I'm still a bit fuzzy on everything. Could you tell me what happened back there? You must have been swallowed up by the machine. A Psychomu backflow. You think you're in control, then the suit wrests it away. I sensed a powerful negative intent. It was likely the urge of that system embedded in the Gundam. An urge to seek, hunt down, and destroy new types, even artificial ones. A machine isn't capable of discerning natural from synthetic. But people are another story. They can feel the difference. But you... I have a master whom I must follow. Even if I was created artificially, this devotion involves my entire being. My master's desires are my desires. My master's enemies are my enemies. But that's as good as a curse. You're killing yourself little by little. Don't you see that? I see it inside of you. You and I might be two of a kind. Oh, what is that supposed to mean? You're simping for that girl. Stop being such a simp. She doesn't like that. If I don't see you as an equal, then losing to you is a humiliation. Still, the Gundam did stop. Your will, your foundation forced the system into submission. My what? People like me don't have that. But that's why I can merge my consciousness with a machine. Merida. Forget about me. Banagher, no matter what decisions you have to make from now on, just keep saying, even so, it's the foundation of who you are. That's the power that awakens that other system. The one sleeping inside that Gundam. The power of Laplace's box was entrusted to it so it could... Merida fights through the pain caused by her injuries to talk to Banagher. Her words remain deeply imprinted in Banagher's mind. News of the Sleeve's cyber new type being captured soon reaches Martha of Anaheim Electronics. She orders Alberto to have Merida transferred to the Augusta Laboratory in North America. The Augusta Laboratory serves as the Earth Federation Force's new type research facility, developing cyber new types and new type machines. While it was officially shut down during the final days of the Grips War due to the inhumane nature of its research, Anaheim Electronics has since maintained the facility in secret. Martha plans to recondition Merida there, with the intention of turning her into a tactical advantage to seize the unicorn. I don't know what Grandfather's and Cardeas's goal was, but if the box is lost, then the Foundation fortunes will be lost along with it. Keep in mind, there is a faction within the Federation government that is aiming to gain the box for itself. Laplace's box is our lifeline. I'm counting on you, Alberto. Meanwhile, B'nai Largama heads for the debris-strewn sector, where the Prime Minister's residence, Laplace, was destroyed in the well-known Laplace incident. The Laplace program, secretly installed in the Unicorn, had pointed them to those coordinates. Believing that the presence of the Gundam might break the seal on Laplace's box, Daguza urges Banagher to activate the Unicorn. However, Banagher refuses to comply. You saw it, right? What happened in Palau? I'm not even a soldier. I shouldn't have to take orders from you. Sure, you don't have to, but you have a responsibility. You've intervened in combat situations thrice now in a powerful experimental weapon. Some lives may have been saved, but others were lost. You've taken it upon yourself to interfere in the destinies of a lot of people, friend and foe alike, and for that you have to take responsibility. How? By seeing it through to the end. You want me to keep fighting until I die? Is that your plan? Or am I supposed to help you with your crazy treasure hunt? You're going to have to decide that. But right now, you're just running from problems you created. Listen to me! People are going to die! Are you telling me my responsibility is to go kill people? Don't be so hard on Commander Deguza. He has to see things from that perspective. It's his job. When we were told to attack Palau by ourselves, I'll be honest with you, we were already pretty reluctant. But then Commander Deguza came to me. He called it a hostage rescue operation. He said we were indebted to you. Commander Deguza is acting with the kind of responsibility we should all have for one another. Hearing Otto's words changes Banagher's mind. Deciding to fulfill all his duties, he agrees to comply with Deguza's request. The Nail Argama approaches the Laplace program's designated coordinates. Meanwhile, the Garan Sierra's team, which had been tracking the ship's course, prepares to recover Merida. Well, obviously, this is the first place that comes to mind if you ask anyone about Laplace's box. Latitude 0, longitude 0, altitude 200 kilometers. The wreckage of Laplace passes this point every single day. If nothing's been discovered here by now, I doubt we're going to find anything. Captain Commander, I want to thank you for assisting us. Well, don't expect me to say the pleasure is ours. You caused me and my crew much trouble. We won't be forgetting your face. I regret I can't observe the investigation personally. May fortune continue to smile upon you in battle. That's strange. He's usually obsessed with the box. Huh. I guess in the end he's just an errand boy. Anaheim will get the investigation results via Staff HQ. You think that's all there is to it? Transporting a prisoner of war on a civilian vessel? That's against protocol. Why would headquarters allow that? What do you think they ultimately have in mind for her? The cover story is that Luna 2 doesn't have the facilities to care for a cyber new time. Huh? RX-0, launch! Feels like piloting now, does he? Deguza, do you ever question what you're doing? I'm just a cog in this giant machine known as the Federation. And I simply follow orders. There's nothing for me to question. I'm not even certain of who my friends or enemies are. Someone like this shouldn't qualify to be holding a weapon, should they? I don't want to set foot in this thing ever again, even if it meant I would be letting them down. Here's another perspective. There are people you're responsible for. People close to you. Are you talking about Takuya and Mikan? Once we get back to Luna 2, what happens to your friends will depend on what we report, and the contents of that report will depend on your actions. Still taking hostages. See it as you will. Right now, their fate is in your hands. And at the moment, it seems like you're making the right choice. It's possible that the Laplace program displays data when it recognizes the suit's coordinates. Last time the NTD activated, it didn't display any new information. Laplace's wreckage passes through these coordinates every day at 0 hours. If the box was hidden in such an obvious location, don't you think that someone would have discovered it by now? We have no idea, which is why we're checking it out. Stay focused. We only have one shot at making contact. Large-scale space migration was necessary to save the Earth from overpopulation, and only an organization whose power rivals God could hope to realize that. You mean the Federation? The bombing of the Prime Minister's residence was all too convenient for the Federation. It allowed them to tighten their grip on power under the pretext of preventing terrorism. You make it sound like a false flag operation. Sometimes, that's the way the world is when adults are in charge. Not a single person involved is still alive. All that remains now is the tradition of fearing the box, and the symbiotic relationship with the Vist Foundation, built upon it. No one can change the status quo. No one even wants to try. It's an inevitability in any organization. Still, you can't condemn the cogs in the machine for wanting to preserve that status quo. For its part, all the box had to do was to stay put for a century. We've arrived at the designated coordinates. Nah, the suit systems are nominal. How's it look? Nothing as of yet.
地球と宇宙に住むすべての皆さん、こんにちは。私は地球連邦政府首相リカルド・マーセナスです。
Citizens of Earth and Space, greetings. I am the Prime Minister of the Earth Federation government, Ricardo Marcenas. In a matter of moments, the era of Anno Domini will enter history, and we will step into the unknown world of the Universal Century. First of all, I would like to acknowledge what an honor it is to be able to address people of all races and creeds on this momentous occasion. We're detecting radio waves from the RX-0. Please advise. From here. Something's coming. The Nail Argama's being targeted. Recall the investigative team. Roger, bridge to all mobile suits. Immediately abort your current mission and return to the mothership. Mission objective, destroy 3 enemies. So yeah, there is that force. And here is this force. Alright, well. Oh, that is Gyaradoga heavy weapons type. Or heavy armor type. Interesting. Condition achieved. We will leave the pseudo-Trojan horse to the Garanciris. As for us, we will attack the unicorn and trigger the NTD. And don't hold back. Fight like you mean to take it down, or it won't activate.
Yes, sir! Royal Guard, clear the way for the captain!
Now give it all you got, Benager. Once you face off against them, the NTD could activate. If you keep this up, we'll be pummeled to death. But if I go all out, what will happen to you? Maybe I should just hand the suit over to them. What would happen to the Neo Largama without the unicorn? These guys are professionals. Even if they retrieve the prisoner, they won't simply let us go. Think about your friends on that ship. I know that. Believe me, I know. How could I forget? Destroy all enemy units. Good. You are in range. But you are not. Darn it. Do we really need to have a conversation with Angelo? Not really. Alright, Banana. Now use your beam magnum. You can hit them from here. No way, it's too powerful. If only I can get closer. Do you think this is a game, kid? Take out the enemy as soon as you can. If you let them go, they will come back later and kill your people, or even you! Of course it's not a game. I take it seriously when someone's life is on the line. I'm doing everything I can, alright? Oh, wow! The first person was literally Gilboa-san. Oops. Stay back, Benager! Gilboa? No, we won't destroy the ship. Our mission objective is just to get Merida back, alright? Don't worry about it. Just stay back. There's no reason for you to die here. Gilboa! How could you? I told you to stay back! Open the hatch, quick! Once I'm out, proceed to the rear and wait for my signal. No, you've got it all wrong. That's not what the problem is. Benager, the unicorn is not a killing machine designed to eradicate Zeon. There's something else, something special about it. And whatever that thing is, it responds to your heart. And that's what the Laplace program really is. A guidepost that tests your heart as it leads you to the box. What do you have in mind? Even a cog in a machine has its pride. Now you go and play your own part. My own part? You know it, right here. In your heart. You felt something as you heard the ghosts of Laplace. It's the one place where you can decide for yourself who you are. Don't ever lose it. Who I am. My responsibility. This isn't about pride, and I'm not trying to redeem myself. I just listen to my heart. Mere cogs can have hopes too. Now, Benager! You are my hope. It's all up to you now, Benager. Tagusa! You killed him! There we go! Activated! And of course, now we're in the wrong position! Ah, so annoying. I totally didn't realize that was a named pilot. Alright, well, there's Angelo Salper. You're going down! Banage, if you can hear me, stop this. If we keep this up, we'll both burn up in the atmosphere.
Captain, please withdraw. This isn't worth the risk.
Well done. Alright, goodbye, Girazulu. Wait. It already used the support? Oh, whoops. When did it use the support? Oh, when he was taking the step. Yeah, okay. Well, that's fine. Fortunately, we can still reach him. Oh. Alright, you take him out. Take care of Angelo. Angelo, get away! That's no ordinary enemy. Stay back!
You monster!
And there we go, yet another turn 1 win. We've lost laser contact with Sananju. I can't make it out from the debris. The Gundam. The Psycho Monitor is still functioning. We'll get a lock if we pursue. Change course immediately. Retrieve both suits before they're pulled into the gravity well. Gilboa, your time's up. You won't be able to infiltrate the pseudo-Trojan horse in these conditions. Abort the operation. Divert the Gilboa team to rescue the frontal team. Woo! There we go. Alright. Got ourselves a new scout, and we got a Sananju technical journal. That would be useful if it weren't for the fact that we have like almost no development material, so we can't even use it. Pushed over the edge by Deguza's death, Banagher pursues full frontal with unwavering determination. In doing so, however, the two mobile suits fly too close to the Earth. Now trapped in its gravitational pull, they begin plummeting inexorably towards the ground. Meanwhile, on the Nea Largama, Alberto prepares to transfer Merida, but as the fighting intensifies, he second-guesses their departure. Suddenly, a hole is blown in the ship, and he finds himself being sucked into the vacuum of space. Oh! After Merida saves Alberto's life, he escorts her down to Earth on a transport shuttle. Banagher presses the chase, even as the Earth drags him towards the ground, finally catching the Sinanju. This time I won't miss! Seething with hatred, Banagher pulls the trigger. However... Gilboa jumps into the line of fire, as if to shield full frontal, and the shot rips through his suit. Banagher! Tikva, just look after the family for me! Gilboa? As those words flood his mind, Banagher begins to realize that the one he just shot is Gilboa. The horror of that fact leaves him in a state of shock, and the unicorn, burning from the heat of atmospheric entry, sinks into the gravity well. With a fiery death now imminent, Banagher senses Deguza's presence, as if he were being guided from the other side. Then, his gaze meets the Garancieris descending to Earth. Alright, that puts us halfway through Unicorn. And unfortunately, that's as far as we're gonna get in this episode. Hopefully we can get another, say, 2 stages done next episode and overall have some decent progress, but that is for next time. We have reached the hour mark. Stream still continues on, so don't go anywhere if you're watching the stream, but the VOD has come to a close. So please, like, follow, subscribe. Check me out on Twitch, YouTube, Rumble, Odyssey, and Kick. Free money in the description with Fizz's free funds. And I'll see you guys in the next part. Bye-bye. There we go. That's one episode taken care of. I gotta wake up early tomorrow, but I can do one more episode today. Take us down to 2. It'll be decent. Good stretch. Always need a good stretch. But no time to waste. Let's get straight into it. Hello and welcome to another episode of SD Gundam AGE Generation Eternal. I'm bringing Stabbity, the stabbiest Stabbity that ever stabbied, and we got a panel vision we can grab. What do we do? Raise a character's level. That is right, we certainly did do that. But yeah, we still got plenty of these to do. We did one main stage. Yeah, we're gonna get around to that. Actually, speaking of which, I did want to check one thing. Before we continue on with UC, how many stages does AGE have? Because we didn't look into that. Oh yeah, and there we go. We got some freebie units. Yay! Oh boy, 15 stages. Well, we'll survive. Alright, let's hop on in. And number 6, at the bottom of the gravity well. There we are. Gilboa, who we just killed, can be recruited.
ようやくガランシェール隊らしい仕事ができるってもんだ。
Yeah, he's up here. Unfortunately, AGE added a bunch of stuff for us. Yeah, a handful of characters there for us to unlock. We'll get to them eventually. But still, we got plenty to do, so let's do it. The Garanciris recovers the unicorn, the very key to Laplace's box, as they descend to Earth. Upon receiving a situation report, Full Frontal immediately enlists the Zeon remnants, left behind on Earth to carry out a diversion. Having waited for a chance to exact revenge on the Earth Federation since the One-Year War, they seize the opportunity to launch an assault on its capital, Dakar. A young new type named Loni Garvey also joined the operation in the giant mobile armor Shamblo. This is what I've been waiting for! Father, Mother, I'll avenge you! Oh yeah, I just saw a comment from the general that all Age 1s are ace units while all Age 2s are specialized, which might mean that Age 3 FX are likely test types. Huh, that makes sense. Lonnie, they'll be sending reinforcements. We've done enough. The diversion was a success. We're to sit tight until we hear from the Garanciris team. Roger that. News of the Zeon remnants' assault on Dakar quickly spreads across the globe. As she visits the Marcenas estate with Riddy, the emerging conflict sparked by the box weighs heavily on Audrey. What am I to do, Benager? Then, Riddy appears before her, visibly worn out. Driven by the desire to help Maneva stop the war, he had deserted his post to descend to Earth. But the father he had always relied on, Ronan Marcenas, a senior official in the Federation government, has just crushed his hopes with the harsh truth. The Federation wants the war. My family, the Marcenas family, has just as much blood on its hands as the Vist Foundation. This is how it maintained power during the Universal Century. I'm certain that my family will do anything to prevent Laplace's box from being opened. Even if that means using you as a hostage again. But the only way to stop that from happening is to get the box before either the Federation or Neo Zeon does. Otherwise, the key will have to be destroyed. The unicorn. This is probably the worst place for you to be. I was only trying to help you. No matter what happens, I promise I'll protect you, so please, stay with me. Promise me you won't leave me. Seeing no other way he can continue to protect her, Riddy proposes to Minerva. He claims that leaving the legacy of the Zabi family behind and joining the Marcenas family would liberate her from the struggle. However, Minerva sees through his reasoning. He simply wants someone to love and support him out of weakness. And upon understanding that, she rejects him. Dude just casually proposes to a princess. Is that freedom? Or a different leash? Disillusioned with the Marcenas family, Minerva flees from the estate and finds temporary refuge in a countryside diner. With no one to rely on, and not knowing what she should do, much less what she can do, Minerva finds herself lost in thought. Then a conversation with the diner's elderly owner offers her a new hope. Namely, the dawn of the universal century. The fact that space migration was born from goodwill. In the era of Anno Domini, overpopulation pushed the Earth to the brink. The Earth Federation government was formed to address the crisis, and space migration began in earnest. Accordingly, many left the Earth willingly, in the hope of saving it. They could not be called castaways. However, not everything went ideally. Rather, tensions between Earthnoids and Spacenoids heightened, sparking frequent conflicts. There was no simple solution to this growing division. We never did figure that out. I reckon we tried, but in the end, all we did was kick that can down the road. I live every day regretting that we couldn't do anything for y'all. Pouring that coffee is about all I can manage. Despite his self-deprecating tone, the diner owner's words resonated with Minerva.
That was a most delicious cup of coffee. Enjoying it was enough to make coming to Earth worthwhile.
Her mind now clear, Minerva turns to face, with dignity and resolve, the agent sent to bring her back. Audrey Byrne, Chairman Ronan awaits. Please accompany me. I am Minerva Zabi, and I will neither run nor hide. Step aside. Meanwhile, Bright Noah, commander of Londo Bell, receives an unusual request from Ronan at the Marcenas estate. His mission, to find the missing Garanciris and deal with its cargo, Laplace's box, by securing it if possible, or destroying it if necessary. Moreover, Ronan requests for his son, Riddy, to be assigned to the Rakylum, Bright's ship. For the first time, Bright learns of the ominous developments surrounding Laplace's box and finds himself drawn into the situation. The Garan Sierras had crash-landed in the Western Sahara, where it now lies buried in sand, making it impossible to take off under its own power. It hit the atmosphere bereft of its pilot, Gilboa, and spiraled out of control while rescuing the unicorn. Rescuing the unicorn. Whatever I said definitely did not sound like rescuing the first time. Zinnerman sets his sight on a distant eastern oasis and tasks Banagher to assist him. There, he hopes to report the new coordinates indicated by the Unicorn's Laplace program and request help in repairing the Garan Sierras. Having taken another life in the heat of battle, Banagher was wallowing in the pit of despair. Worse, that life was Gilboa's, a man with whom he had once shared a meal in Palau. Maverick Gaming! Hello! Peanut butter jelly time, peanut butter jelly time. Banagher follows Zinnerman across the desert as ordered, but stumbles as dehydration begins to take its toll. Ah, you idiot. I told you to stay hydrated even if you're not thirsty. Just leave me behind. What? You want me to tell you to hang in there or something? I just want to be left alone. I'm sick of this, being used and caught up in things I don't understand. Well, tough luck, kid. You're a pilot now. So stop playing the victim and quit your sulking already. If Gilboa saw you, he'd roll over in his grave. I didn't mean to get Tagusa killed. When he died, my head went completely blank. Either forgive me or put me out of my misery. Don't lie to me. I see it in your eyes. You don't believe that for a minute. You're someone who decides for himself how he lives or dies. As long as you're still kicking, just grin and bear it. A man's life is about struggle until the day he dies. If you give it your all, the path will reveal itself. Now you go and play your own part. I tried. I really did. And look what happened. What good was it for? I piloted a mobile suit. I fought and killed in it. And now I'm stuck walking across a desert. Tell me, what more do you want me to do, huh? How much more do you expect me to fight? Zinnerman continues to lead the way in silence, neither offering Banagher comfort, nor pushing him away. He had a reason for tasking Banagher to accompany him. In the past, he had faced the same hard choice, to give up and die, or to keep fighting. Although it was not what he wanted at the time, he had made it through by choosing to grit his teeth and fight. Like his past self, Banagher has been dragged into a conflict, and now finds himself regretting the consequences of the difficult decisions he was forced to make. Zinnerman wants to show him how to carry on without looking away. Walking across the desert with Zinnerman gave Banagher the time he needed to pull himself together and look inward. That night, the two discussed the deep divide between the space noids and earth noids, between Zeon and the Federation.
宇宙に捨てられたもの
That gave hope to the space noids that were cast
生
out.
きる指針を示
It
す
gave their lives hope and direction.
それが
That was what Zeon was all about.
地球に残った古い体
Ah,
制
but
が
the old system on Earth rejected it.
出自の違う
Because
システム
systems
同
of
士が
such different origins
見る
can't
ことはない
coexist.
からな
One side always tries to make the other submit.
でも連邦っていう統一政府が
A unified government like the Federation,
多くの人が住ん
in
で
a
いる
world where 10 billion people are living in space must have sounded like fantasy once upon a time.
そういう可能性も
So isn't it still possible that humanity could succeed?
二つの
That one day the two schools of thought will merge?
みんなが平等に束ねられた
Ah,
わ
the
けじゃない
government will never treat everyone
で
equally.
潰された連
The
中
hatred of the
の
beaten and the downtrodden runs so
へ
deep.
ばりついている
It clings to Earth to this very day.
悲しいことです
It's really sad. Yeah, I suppose it is. Even though we spent our lives to
するため
escape
に生きているはず
sadness.
なのに
I wonder why that is. Oh,
バナージ
Benager.
分かってますよ
I know. You're going to tell me a man doesn't cry in front of others, right?
いや
No.
人を思って
Crying
流す
because you
涙は
care
別
is
だ
an entirely different matter.
何があっても
I
泣か
don't
ないなん
trust
てや
anyone who
つを
doesn't cry.
俺は信
That's
じ
my philosophy.
Ah.
やがて二人は協力関係にあるジオン残党
Eventually, the two succeed in making contact with sympathizing Zeon
ジンネマンに
remnants.
信頼を送るようになる
Benager, now placing his trust in Zitterman, chooses to remain aboard the Garancieris.
そして彼は箱をより
And
よ
so,
く使うという
he resolves to see his mission through
固めるのだった
and use the box for a higher purpose.
Now
that communications with the Garancieris team has been reestablished, the sleeves learn the new coordinates indicated by the Laplace program. Evelyn! Hello again! They point to Torrington Base in Australia, a continent that was devastated when Zeon forces dropped a colony on it during the 1-year war. Yeah, Australia, or anime, really hates Australia, specifically Sydney. Overworked, not enough time in the day, not enough sleep. So pretty much the usual. How about you, Evelyn? So it's Torrington Base this time. The box does have a way of keeping us on our toes. I can't help but wonder if Cardeus Vist is making fools out of us. Nicely done at Takar, Lieutenant Commander Kirks. Your Earth-based Zeon Remnants diversion helped to protect the Garancieris. You have my gratitude. Thank you, sir. Likewise, the Z Zulu proved an exceptional combat asset. Ah, you must be Ensign Lonnie Garvey. I'm familiar with your father. He has done us a great service perfecting Haman's legacy. Captain, I have but one goal. To settle the scores of my father and mother, and my people. Lonnie. I ask that you send us to the assault on Torrington. If we dispatch that split-horn Gundam there, we can probably learn the whereabouts of Laplace's box. May the heavens bless and protect the heir to Mahdi's cause. Sieg Zeon! Doing good? Just doing some art? Awesome, awesome! Captain, are you sure about this? The car was bad enough, but this... I understand your misgivings, Captain. Nevertheless, they have been waiting all this while. Time has stood still for them. However, time has begun to flow again. All because of Cardeus Vist. Doing nothing will only muddy the waters. Do you not agree, Captain? And to ensure that it does not happen, I have another job for you in the Garancieris.
You're the Split-Horn's pilot. The key to the box.
The key?
Don't let me down.
And so, the day of the operation arrives. As the attack begins, Torrington Base goes up in flames. Answering Kirk's call to action, many Xeon remnants who have been stranded on Earth join the assault and tear through the area as if venting years of pent-up frustration. Lottie 2 advances toward Torrington Base in the Shamblo. Lottie, avoid the city!
This is the most direct route to the base. Have you forgotten what the Federation did to us?
We don't want unnecessary casualties. Keep your cool.
Roger that. Father?
A Psychomu runaway. Could it be thirsty for blood? At the bottom of the gravity well. Destroy all enemy units. Simple enough. And of course we have the Bjarlant Custom! And we're facing against some old school mechs. Zagox, Zizulus are new. Gallus K. Domtropin, Dwaj. There's some of our surviving dudes. 17 enemies for us to take out. Well, I guess we better get started. Ooh. A GM2 semi-striker. Those are kind of cool. Perhaps even more than kind of cool. Might even be totally cool. A free Schneid. Oh, and you could just kill everything. Whoops. Semi-striker? Not even close. Well, so much for that. Right, well, that's all we could do with that team. But that's fine. We still have plenty more we can grab. Oh darn, shouldn't have grabbed that one. Oh well. Mega Particle Cannon! And apparently you do need a support. Oh well. Sieg Zeon! Am I pulling? No, I will not be pulling. Anyway, hello, ECFTZE. Oh, darn. At last, after all these years, we'll get our revenge! Just as long as it's not Montezuma's revenge. Yeah, we got no way to get to those dudes. Alright, that's fine. Escuchion, go! Alright, take you out. Boom. And take out a Juagak. There we go. And a beam Gatling gun! Woo! Whew. Such a short stage for so much story. But yeah, this was the episode of the amazing Bjarland Custom. Okay. A personal war. I assume where Lonnie goes cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Ooh. And we can add another unit. Well, Angelo Salper and who's got an attack? I guess Gilboa, of all people, gets to pilot Angelo's unit. Sure. Let's go ahead and level you up. There we go. And yeah. let's keep going. Let's head into the story. Oh.
サイコフレームの暴走によって憎しみにとらわれたロニは市街地を抜け
Lonnie,
て
losing control of the psycho frames, becomes consumed by desire for vengeance and continues wreaking havoc through the streets.
無抵抗な民間人を虐殺する様を
Unable to stand around as more and more defenseless innocents were massacred before his very eyes, Banagher rushes to the Garancieros Bridge.
何をやってるんです
What are you doing?
こう出します
I'm going out in the unicorn. If I can break the Laplace program's seal, you'll have no reason to keep up this attack, right? Settle down. You can go out there now. You go out there now. Those anti-air cannons will shoot you down. Wait till we've mopped up the place. What do you mean mopped up? Innocent people are dying out there. Don't you care? This is a mission. My opinions are irrelevant. Stay put. We didn't tie you up and force you to come. Don't tell me you didn't expect this. This is what happens when you seize enemy territory. Attacking innocent civilians? Attacking fleeing people? How can you even blame this on war? This is just vengeance. There's no way this can be sitting well with you, Captain. Make them stop. If this is your idea of war, then why did you take me across the desert? Why did you save Marina? She doesn't call you master because she's a cyber new type. It's because you saved her life. It's because you saved her like you did me. Because you touched her heart like you touched mine. Shut it. I saved your life because I thought it would be convenient. I only cared about you because you're the key to the box. So you don't think this is really war? Well, open your eyes and take a goddamn look. Take a good damned look? Take a good damned look. This is war. There are no principles, no dignity, no honor. Some kill, others are killed. It's as simple as that. And what's wrong with vengeance? This war of ours is a long way from being over. Your rationale is exactly the same as that of the Federation soldiers burning down that Sion town. It's because we struggle with sadness that we spend our lives trying to escape it. You said so yourself. Gah! I know you realize deep down that doing this won't offer you any solace. Do something about this kid, Alec. Flast! Sorry, boss. I got my hands full. You're gonna have to deal with him yourself. You good for nothings! I don't get it. I just don't get it. It's true, life can be sad. It can also be filled with pain. But even so, we can't close our hearts off because of it. All our sadness, humanity's sadness. I don't want to forget that. I want to become a man who can take that sadness. The kind of man you are, Captain. Banagher's honesty touches Zinnerman's heart. Receiving permission to deploy, Banagher enters the Unicorn's cockpit. Captain, everyone on the Garancieros, thank you for everything. Banagher Lynx, Unicorn Gundam, here I go! I'm not the key to some box. I'm human.
And you're a machine, only built to amplify human abilities. Yeah, Clanker. Don't go above your station. You were created for that purpose. For people who can connect with the hearts of others and feel their sadness. So please, don't let anger take control.
News of the Zeon Remnants' assault on Torrington Base reaches Raw Kylum. Bright decides to provide support for the base and orders a mobile suit force to sortie. Its members include Reddy, who had just joined up with the Raw Kylum.
Audrey, you and I both are prisoners to the curse of our families. Perhaps there is nothing we can do.
Sortying from the Garancieres, Menager directs the unicorn to stand in the Shamblo's way.
I'm gonna break the box's seal. You all better fall back. Why is the key interfering?
It's time to retreat, Lonnie.
We've taken a long, treacherous road to get here. I won't let anyone get in our way. Why must you do this? I've waited my whole life for this moment.
What's this? Some kind of walking war museum? They got guts using such outdated stuff. Don't lower your guard. They're clearly crazier than we are.
That's the unicorn? It's Benager. I owe you all my gratitude. Thanks to the Garancieres crashing into the desert, we've finally been able to take our revenge. Gah! You're a bit too late. Stop me now and all this will truly have been for nothing. So move it! Hurry and activate the split horn already! No way! All the deaths you've caused today will only fill the families of the dead, and there are people with hatred for your kind! You have to stop! If you keep fighting like this, you'll harden your heart and forsake your humanity! Shut up! My parents were hunted down for being Zeon remnants! They weren't allowed to surrender, only tortured to death! Ugh. I devoted my life to my father's cause. That's why I'm here. I don't care if your precious box opens or not. My resentment runs far deeper than that. Now get the hell out of my way!
Now, Benager.
Ensign Reddy! If we don't stop that thing, it's going to annihilate the city!
I know, but nothing you can say will change that pilot's mind. We have to take it out.
But violence doesn't solve anything! She's just being enslaved! That's not her true self!
I'll stop her! Yes, Benager. She is indeed enslaved, but by a curse in her blood that can never be broken. It's like everyone has a family curse. Reddy has a family curse, Maneva has a family curse, and Lonnie has a family curse. Alright, victory conditions. Destroy all enemy units. Simple enough. Resolve, Commander. Oh. Yeah, but, no support for you, buddy. Ah, almost. There, that's a better outcome. Nope. There we go. That way we get the kill. Hey, pub. Oh, wow. That's not enough. Okay. And no support. There. Do a bunch of damage. Now you... Listen to me, Lonnie. Think about it. Is this what you really want? Is this what the true you really wants, Lonnie? But this is all I have. Without this, I have nothing to live for. Boom. All right. Oh. Hey, Bright in the Rock High Loom. Named dudes in the Justa Cannons. Not that it ultimately matters, but you know. Oh, Zakuwan Sniper Team. Yeah, very important to get those destroyed. I've got you in my sights. Shit! No. There, just target that. Good. Take care of you, and then head down and take care of you. Alright. 6 enemy units left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. 1, 2, and 3. Boom. Right. We got 1. No, I think it's time for us to take just the cannons for a spin. Yeah, if you're gonna fight in a war, you should at least know when to pack up and leave. Pew! There you go, and just a regular Justa. Beam Sabed. Ah, that's as far as you go! Sorry, fellas, but I won't be holding back, you hear? Pew, 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 pew. Hey! And we can finish it off with some missiles. Beam cannon from the Delta Plus. You want her to stop. Quit wasting your time, Banager. It's impossible. And there's the victory. Alright, we scattered some more folks. Ooh, we got a Shambalo. With Londo Bell joining the fray, Battle of Torrington Base begins to favor the Earth Federation forces. For the sake of stopping Loni, Banager goes out of the cockpit to show he wishes not to fight, and speaks of the futility that the cycle of anguish begets. Moved by Banager's earnest plea, Loni loses the will to fight. The Shamblo comes to a halt. At the same time, the Zeon remnants have been steadily withdrawing their forces. However, just when it seemed that the hostilities would die down, Kirks, who was a father figure to Lonnie, falls in battle. Yeah, we shot him down. Lonnie's loathing of the Earth Federation had nearly faded away, but it is abruptly reignited when she senses Kirk's demise. The Shamblo starts ravaging the city once more. The Federation took another person who cared for me! My dearest family! Lonnie! This is the only place for me! The Shamblo goes on a rampage. Ready attacks in an effort to stop the mobile armor, but his efforts prove fruitless. I need to stop her! I must do all I can to stop her! Gundam! I need to borrow your power! Banager initiates the NTD so he can stop Loni. He seeks not to use the Gundam as a war machine and to exterminate every last new type, but as a mechanism for mutual understanding. Don't let it consume you, Lonnie! Children being consumed by their parents' wishes is the way of the world, Banager. I am not in the wrong. What they left you is not a wish. It's a curse. It's the same thing. We carry out what is entrusted to us. Our parents give us life. Thus we're bound by blood to carry out their wishes. Your power was given to you by your parents too. And this is my war. The hatred towards the Earth Federation and the Zeon remnants has implanted within... The hatred towards the Earth Federation the Zeon remnants had implanted within Lonnie had consumed her and her will and turned her into a vessel of malice. Riddy calls out to Banager, telling him to use the beam magnum to shoot down the Shamblo. Conflicted, Banager prepares to fire the beam magnum so that no more innocent lives are lost. Stricken with hatred and her eyes devoid of feeling, Lonnie continues to lay waste to the city from within the Shamblo. Inside the cockpit, Kirk's will takes form in front of Lonnie and speaks, releasing her mind from its shackles. Lonnie, our war is over. Finding solace in Kirk's words, Lonnie loses all intent to fight. However, her lingering hatred causes the mobile armor to start moving of its own accord. Banager, fire! You're risking your life over a mere possibility! Give up on that wishful thinking already! Banager, I'm in such sorrow. I can't shoot her! The sadness felt by Lonnie, who is unable to subdue the hatred accumulated within the Shamblo, resonates with Banager, preventing him from pulling the trigger. Riddy wrests the beam magnum from the unicorn and fires at the Shamblo. Having failed to save Lonnie, Banager goes numb. Riddy now points the barrel at him. Come out of there, Banager. I have direct orders to seize that Gundam. Get out and hand it over. Ensign Riddy. If it hadn't been for you, none of this would have happened. Burdened with countless feelings, Riddy forces the words out. Suddenly, he notices an unknown machine rapidly approaching. Banager notices it as well. The two pilots are bewildered at the sight of the mobile suit. What? A black unicorn? And this is as far as I got watching Unicorn. I've seen all the episodes up to this, and that was the last episode of Unicorn that I watched. I never finished it. Now, speaking of not finishing, it is almost time for us to finish the episode, but let's go ahead and... Audrey Byrne has been added! Clear a stage with Unicorn. Yeah, we'll just go do a skip in a moment. Develop Gundam X 5 times. We can go ahead and do that one. Level up, develop. There is one. 2. Three. 4. 5. Take your sweet time. Report. Send that back. Attempt. I'll just do a 3 skip here, I guess. Get some captures. What's that? A Z-Zulu? A Z-Zulu. There we go. And banana. Actually, we definitely still can't afford a Jesta, but we may as well. We may be able to get one, but not the one that we actually need. Right. Yep. Take the Stark Jägen, turn it into a Jesta. But we still need, you know what? We only need 2 more. Skip and maybe capture? We captured something at least. A Gallus K, okay, sure. That's fine. And we can just bulk develop a Jesta for ourselves. There we are. May as well yoink those unit upgrades. And with that, we have a spare Jesta that we can turn in. Letting Banana reach rank 3. Yay! Okay, missions. Cumulative, rank 3 for Banana. And dailies, we may as well claim everything. Boom! Alright, well, that looks like a wrap. That's it for this episode. So, thank you very much for watching. Please like, follow, subscribe. Check me out on Twitch, YouTube, Rumble, Odyssey, and Kick. Free money in the description as always, and I'll see you guys in the next part. Bye-bye. There we are. Recording over. How are we with viewers? We got... Oh, wow, we got 8 viewers on Twitch? That is unexpected. We only got 6 on the Rumble, so I'm not going to bother with raid on Rumble, but we definitely want to take advantage of having a bunch of people on Twitch. I'm going to go run an ad while we see who we want to raid. Alright, raid channel. No. Unfortunately, you speak Moon. Kind of blind, new challenge. Okay. Tarkov. I think we may be going for Arcades test. Yeah, that looks like a winner. Could go for Dorian, but we raid him a fair bunch of times. This seems like a cool new dude doing Super Robot Wars Y with only 3 viewers. I think we should definitely support him. So let's see, 2 more minutes of ads. Although, on my playback monitor, it's just 4 more seconds. Well, on my phone, it's another minute. So we'll let the ads play through, and then we will raid Arcades tests. Yeah, here I was hoping that we might have been able to finish the game, or finish Unicorn today. But no, we still got 3. Yeah, we'll probably do 2 more hours. Or, yeah, 2 more hour-long episodes, and we'll probably have Unicorn in the bag. Not gonna be looking forward to how much grinding it's gonna take to get everything, but, you know, it's just something you grind away at over the course of time. Over a couple months, we'll just skip enough times to get everything we need. Alright. Take a little bit longer. That appears to be done. Still says we technically have another 50 seconds of ads, but my playback monitor's showing we're done, so I think we can safely raid. Bum 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 bum. Start raid. Bum bum bum. Dun 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 dun. Although I guess, yeah, no, we don't have enough people to raid on Rumble. Not even worth it. And we got all the raids we need, so we're good. YouTube folks, which is just Roxas and ECFTZE, thanks a bunch. Have a good night.